Hello, happy Mask Monday. This is one of the ones my grandmother gave me, that advent calendar, and I didn't really do it like an advent calendar, so I still got a bunch of them left. It is a coconut essence face mask, nourishing and soothing. I'm gonna do a New Year's Would You Rather. Grandma Bev gave me the idea. I don't think I'm doing the same one she is, but it just gave me the idea. So if you don't know who Grandma Bev is, go watch her. She's a hoot. My pup that's been hiding behind the chair has come out. He even got in my lap for a minute, but he's still pretty skittish, but he is so hyper. I don't know if he's always like that, or he's just like that because he kind of slept behind the chair and didn't get out and just laid around for a couple days. But he's going to run up my heating bill because I've been leaving the door open a crack for him to run in and out, because he runs out, runs around the yard, runs back in, runs around the house, gets up on the furniture. You can see my, oops, see if you can see him. Yep. Can't tell if you can see him or not. Come here, baby. Can you see him? I don't know. I can't tell if you can see him or not. I have to look later, see if you were able to see him. This is all crooked. There we go. All right, but he won't let me put the leash on him yet, but he'd get some of his energy out if he'd go for a walk, but he doesn't want to let me put the leash on him, so. Okay. Some of these I'm not quite sure how they apply to New Year's, maybe New Year's Eve parties, and some of them maybe New Year's Day, some of them just maybe just random questions, I don't know. So these are all would you rathers. Appetizer or dessert? Probably appetizer. I can't eat a lot of desserts because the whole gluten-free thing, so I'll go with the appetizer. Dancing or singing? Singing probably. Ball drop or fireworks? For New Year's Eve, I would say ball drop. Besides, fireworks freak the dogs out. 9 p.m. or midnight? Oh, I'm a late night girl. I often don't go to bed till 1 or 2, so definitely midnight. Games or TV? If I have people over, I prefer games. If I'm by myself, just TV, you know. Hey, baby. You a good boy? Poppers or noisemakers? I don't know what the difference is. I guess poppers shoot pieces of stuff out everywhere, and noisemakers just make noise. I'd rather the noisemakers because you gotta clean up the poppers. Hat or headband? Headbands don't fit on that's why my hair's up in a ponytail, kind of, sort-ish. Headbands, they're too tight and give me a headache, or they slide off, so I can't wear headbands for some reason. Confetti or streamers? Again, with being practical, confetti's harder to clean up than streamers, so we'll go with the streamers. Cider or hot cocoa? Definitely hot cocoa. I like hot cocoa way better. Can't have a lot of it though, because I don't do real good with dairy. Snow or no snow? If I'm staying home, snow. If I have to go out, no snow. Fancy or casual? If it's for New Year's Eve, fancy. If I'm staying home. Music or talk? Well, y'all know I do these 20-minute videos, so I'm definitely a talker. Times Square or home? I would not like being in Times Square. It is just too, I'd get claustrophobic. I'd rather stay home. Party or cuddle? Party. New Year's baby or father time? If they mean dressing up like them, I'd rather dress up like father time than a baby. That's a little real revealing for me. Kiss or hug? I don't have a honey, so I don't kiss anybody. I could hug family and friends. It took me a while. I didn't grow up in a hugging family, and they don't hug a lot in California. And I came out here to Texas, and they're all a bunch of huggers. It took me a while to get used to hugging because I just like, stand there all like stiff and stuff because I wasn't used to people hugging me. Cheers or Old Lang Syne? If it's New Year's Eve, it's got to be Old Lang Syne. Resolution or goals? I don't do resolutions. As y'all know, if you watch my other videos, I do a word of the year, but I would say more of a goal than a resolution. Exercise or pay debt off? Well, I don't have any debt. I learned my lesson, don't do debt. So I do need to start exercising, but hopefully, eventually, Paco will let me put a leash on him and we can start walking, and then I'll get some exercise. I might have to get like a real leash. I've got one of these retractable ones, and he seems to be afraid of it, but he probably would recognize a regular leash and not freak out so much. So I might get him a regular leash. Calendar or clock? I don't know what that means. I do my calendar on my phone, and I don't know, a clock's on my phone. I don't know what that means. Evening or morning? I'm more of a nighttime person. As I said, I stay up really late usually. Snacks or dinner? If they're talking New Year's Eve, probably snacks. The rest of the time, I try and eat meals and not snack a lot. Balloon or horn? Balloons. Countdown or hourglass? Definitely a countdown. I do that 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Gown or sweats? Well, that goes back to there was another one about dress up or casual, dressy or casual. If I'm going to a fancy New Year's Eve party, of course it'd be a gown. If I'm staying home, I don't do sweats, but I would do casual. I told the story about why I don't do sweats several times. You want to hear it again? Some of you know it, some of you don't probably. When I first went on disability, I didn't think I was depressed, but looking back, maybe I was a little, because I just slept around in sweats and no makeup all the time. And then I tried Stitch Fix, and they sent me a pair of colored skinny jeans, and I'm like, I'm fat, I can't wear colored skinny jeans. But I tried them on and got lots of compliments about have I lost weight, and I realized that sloughing around in baggy sweats makes you look fatter, not covers up the fat. So then I slowly went to dressing better and wearing makeup and all that, and now I never wear sweats. I think I own one sweatshirt. It's a Christmas one. So, and I don't own any sweatpants, so I don't do that anymore because I did it for a couple years. And no. Champagne glass or mug, I don't drink, so neither. Card games or board games, I like both, depends. My favorite board game is Settlers of Catan. Favorite card game is Pinochle, or also like 42, which is a game you play with dominoes, but it's kind of like, what's it like, rummy kind of? It was invented down at Texas A&M because back in the day, you weren't allowed to play cards at school, back in the real conservative days. So they made a card game using dominoes. It's kind of like a card game. Memories or something new? Something new. Parade or festival? Festival, because parade's just gone. Festival, you can hang out and do stuff. Sparklers or time capsule? Well, I love sparklers, but I've never done a time capsule. That might be fun. Of course, it's kind of too late. I'm getting so old. I should have done one years ago and then dug it up like 40 years later or something. Now, it's a little old to do a time capsule. Toast or vow? Neither. Hope or peace? Hope. Because you can hope for peace and hope for lots of things. Ring out the old or ring in the new? Let's ring in the new. Or, yeah, we get rid of the old. We've had a couple bad years, so let's bring out the old. Why are you running around so much, dog? You're crazy. New Year's Eve or New Year's Day? New Year's Eve, I guess. Decorate or celebrate? Celebrate, I guess. Healthy or safe? Well, I prefer to be healthy and safe. Singer or band member? Singer, I guess. I can't play any instruments. Cook or cater? I'm definitely the cook around. I haven't ever catered anything in my life. Family or friends? Depends on the occasion. So I don't know. Famous or rich? I don't care about either. Somebody's getting bored. I found one of my shoes all the way across the house from where it started out. He didn't chew it or anything, he just moved it. Magical or special? I don't know, what's the difference? I would say that this is basically the same thing. Quality or quantity? Quality. Sequins or bow tie? Well, since I'm not a guy, I gotta go with sequins. Although I don't really like wearing sequins, they're kind of itchy. Planned or surprise? Depends on what it is. Surprise me. Wisdom or wishes? Wisdom. Bonfire or blankets? Probably blankets. They're more, you can use them for lots of different things. Not just a bonfire. You've got to stay in front of the bonfire. The blankets, you can go anywhere. Karaoke or celebration? Well, celebration can mean a lot of different things. I'm not sure what they mean by that. Good luck or hard work? I don't believe in luck. I believe in God's providence, and I do believe He wants us to work hard, so I'd say hard work. Oh, that's it. That's the last one. Well, I hope you're having a good New Year's. It's not New Year's anymore. It's like, what, the 8th or 9th, something like that. So it's getting into the year already. It's been 12 minutes, so I'll leave this on a couple more minutes. Hey, baby. Let me take you off and show you my dumpster. I was talking to you for like 10 minutes without the video being on. So, let's see. I don't know where I left off. I was talking about Paco. He ended up being free because they didn't charge me, and I called him up and left a voicemail, and I'm like, I don't know what happened, but I was supposed to pay $90 and nobody charged me anything, and I'll come down and pay or give you my credit card, whatever. And they called me back and said, no, that's okay. You don't have to pay. Just keep him. Maybe because people didn't want him because he's all scarred up. He's all scarred around his neck and stuff, but I don't care. He looks cute anyway. His chest is scarred too, but you can't see that because he likes wearing those little shirts. Don't you, Paco? So he's got the zoomies. He zooms in and out and around and zooms again. And I've been leaving the sliding glass door open, but it's going to run up my heating bill. So I'm thinking about getting one of those. It's a plate you put in between the wall and your sliding glass door, and then it's got like a door at the bottom, a doggy door. So I'm thinking about putting that in so he can run in and out without me leaving the door open, because he's been in and out like probably 20 times this morning. I don't know if he's got the zoomies because he's just naturally a hyper dog, because he hasn't been for a walk in a few days, because he was laying behind the chair, basically laying down, not moving for 2 days before he got kind of, just this morning, he just kind of woke up. And first he came and he sat on the chair next to me. not the chair I'm in, but you know, this chair over there. And then eventually he jumped up on my lap, licked me a couple times, and jumped down and ran off. He's been on the couch. You can see the pillows are all jacked up because he gets on the couch and looks out the window. Jumped up on my bed, took one of my shoes and ran around the house with it. Didn't chew it up, he just moved it. Played with his toys. I threw him a ball, he got it, but he didn't bring it back. So he did. So he kind of half knows how to play fetch. He'll go after what you throw, but he won't bring it back. Got to get him a new leash, I think, because this one I think scares him because it, you know, he doesn't think it's a leash. And I wanted to start taking him for walks because he definitely needs to get the energy out, and it, you know, wouldn't hurt me to get some exercise too. So I did break my no spin because even though I didn't pay for the dog, I had to buy him food. And hey baby, he's right down here sniffing my hand. And they chipped him at the animal shelter, but then you have to pay for the monitoring of the chip. So that was $100 for a lifetime of monitoring. And I don't know if he's going to be an escape artist or not. So I wanted to definitely make sure I did that right away so that, you know, if he does get away, I can get him back. So I guess I broke my no spend, but I've been looking for a dog for 6 months. Now I'm looking for a roommate. That's my next task. We had this thing at church where it was kind of like a revival thing, but you went there they had 48 hours where you could just go and sit in church. And they had these scriptures on the screen, and then underneath it, something to do tied to the scripture, like meditate on this or pray about this or, you know, write down a list of that or whatever. One of them was ask God to give you the desires of your heart. And the two things that have been on my heart and mind mostly lately is I've been looking for a dog for 6 months. So getting a dog was one and getting a roommate was the other. So this was Friday afternoon and I went home and I found online Friday night Paco, and I went Saturday and picked him up. So, I mean, that was a fast answer from God. Now, the roommate thing, you know, I've been looking for a couple months. I exhausted all the people I know who might know people. So now I'm having to go the stranger route. So I posted on this local, it's one of those message board things where you have something free or somebody comes, you know, you have something free or you want something free. But I put it on there and I had several responses of people that are interested. So I don't know, I'm going to have to figure out the best way to vet them. One was a couple. I want to know if I'd went to a couple, and I'm like, well, maybe. I never thought about that. I wouldn't think there'd be enough room for a couple because the bedrooms are pretty small. So I don't know. And a couple ladies, two different ladies said that they were interested, but their leases weren't up till March. And so I answered them back, well, you know, for the right person, I might be willing to wait. So I don't know. I've had several people respond, and I've had several people say, you really shouldn't be doing this, you know, opening your house to a stranger. Well, what else am I supposed to do? If I exhausted all my friends and family, you got to go the stranger route. I'll just, you know, make sure I do credit checks and, I don't know, talk to them and interview them and do a lease and all that stuff. That's all I can do to protect myself. I mean, I've got friends that live a mile away, and I've got neighbors that would help if I had some kind of issue. So I don't know what else I can do. I can't afford to live here by myself. Alrighty, that's enough. I've already done the mask thing, and now I'm talking your ear off. So that's it. I'll put maybe a little clip of Paco at the end, so you can see he's not hiding behind the furniture anymore. He's zooming around. If you don't know who I am, I'm Pat. That's the P in Blessed GMP, stands for Blessed Grandma Pat. I usually do unboxings, but I'm only doing one because this one I couldn't cancel in time. I did postpone I do usually do ice cream, but I told him to skip this month. So I'm trying my best to do a no spend or low spend. So the no spend's out the window because I had to buy dog food and stuff. So now it's down to a low spend. But I do unboxings. I do Mass Mondays. I do cooking videos sometimes, crafting videos. I take you with me. Like I went to Costa Rica, took you with me to Costa Rica, just different stuff like that. So if you like a little bit of variety, I'm your girl. Love to have you subscribe. I'm slowly trudging my way to 1,000. It'll take me a couple more years at the rate I've been going, but that's okay. I love the people I already have, so if I don't get any more, I'd still be happy. I'd like to get more, so if you'd like to subscribe, I'd love it, but I don't stress about it. I just do this for fun. Not trying to make any money off of it. I'm just trying to make some friends. I do giveaways quite a bit, but I'm not doing them in the month of January because that involves freight costs. Even if I have a box of goodies that I'll get some giveaway or something, or a box of something, and it have something in it that I can't use or won't use or don't like or whatever, and I've got a whole big box full of stuff to give away. But since I'm not, even though that would be free, the mailing of it would not be free, so I'm not doing any giveaways this month just because of the no spend, low spend, blah, blah, blah. And I do collabs a lot too, but I'm not doing any this month because, again, the shipping part. And I probably won't do any February either because a lot of them you have to buy the stuff in January to do the video in February. So again, no giveaways for probably this month and next month. I might we'll see if somebody does a Valentine's makeup one, I might do that. As you can see, I don't have any makeup on today, but I do like doing makeup videos. I'm not very good at it, but it's kind of fun. So if somebody's doing a Valentine's one, count me in. All right, love you all, and Happy New Year's. Hope you enjoyed my questions. Talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.